yo. Nah. This is too nostalgic. This is too nostalgic. We back on here on the Boxing Fanatico channel. The nostalgia. Yes, Gridley 98. Yes, Miss Fanatico content. Looking forward to this. I'll miss you guys. Where's my peoples? Where's Tyrant Game? I miss that man. Tyrant Game. I haven't seen Tyrant Game in such a long time. But it's so good to be in here. So good to see you guys and communicate with you guys. Oh, we got Love C Shorty in the house. This is a premier solo developer here, a premier solo developer making that amazing, beautiful boxing game in Bloody Knuckles Street Boxing. Thank you for being here, brother. Thank you so much. What we looking at? What we looking at right now? Well, I don't got the data up here on my. I don't got the data up here on my streaming device, but I can see you guys on my left-hand side. Ben D, excited to finally catch you live. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Love C Shorty, salute. Of course. So of course I'm in here. You know what we doing tonight. Tonight we are going to predict. Now, I did a video not too long ago where I talked about both the Tank fight, Tank versus Ryan, and the video was maybe like a year and some change ago, and I said that they were eventually going to fight. Maybe it's less than a year, but I said that they're eventually going to fight, and I said that, and I'm a man of my word, that when they do fight, or when they're actually going to fight, I will give my prediction at that time. Now, there's two predictions that I'm giving for this fight. There's two. And no, I'm not going to go the easy route that a lot of people say, like, oh, well, if this guy does this, that he's going to win. But if this guy does this, he's going to win. Like, I hate when people do that, because to me, that's like the biggest cop-out. You essentially said nothing. Essentially, you said that if fighter A wins, then he wins, and if fighter B wins, then he wins. I don't like those predictions. Those aren't real predictions. All right, we got Gridley 98 saying Tank decision, to be honest, but wouldn't be surprised either way. All right, I want to know what you guys think. What is your prediction? I'm actually I'm curious to see how many people we're gonna get in here. Because one, this is not talking about a boxing video game. It's not talking about a boxing video game. It's talking about boxing, the sport. And I have not been live in almost a year. So I'm very curious. Right now we are at, it looks like we're at 19 people. But I'm super curious to see how many people come in. But of course, I'm going to do my best to make this a regular streaming thing, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So you guys could come and hang out here if you like. You could hang out with your other content creators, the other guys that do podcasts earlier, and then when you want to come back, maybe when you're coming back from work, you want to wind down or whatever, you come to this podcast for boxing talk. All right, so let's see. I want to see what you guys think. I want to see. I kind of knew Love C Shorty was gonna go with Tank by decision. I think the fight gonna be tense like Rolly, but Ryan gonna work overtime to stay on his feet. All right, I like that. Carl Marlowe, I got Tank, but Ryan can win. All right, so this is pretty interesting, man. We got some pretty interesting takes. I'm gonna say they're pretty interesting takes. The first prediction, though, I'm gonna do. First of all, by the way, I know there's some background music. Just let me know if that background music is too high. Let me know if that background music is too high. AP, whatever, missed you, man. Thank you, man. Yo, I missed you guys, bro. I missed you guys so much. Like, you don't even know how much I miss you guys. Like, it's crazy. Like, so that's why I was like, yo, what can I do where I could go live and I could just hang out with these guys? We don't got to talk about boxing video games, but but can I just talk to them? Can I just hang out, and just relax and talk to you guys? And I think this is the best forum. I'm bringing back Boxing Fanatico back to its roots. Obviously, if there's boxing video games out there, like perfect example, Love C Shorty's game, we're going to be talking about that. If other boxing video games come out, we're going to be talking about that. Of course, you guys know that I work for the Steel City Interactive team, and contractually, I cannot on my own channel talk about the boxing game that came from Steel City Interactive. I can't even say the title. No, I'm just kidding. Undisputed. I can't talk about that. And so let's bring the channel back to its roots. Whenever there's some boxing video game stuff, we do it, but let's have some consistent content. And I think this is going to be something that's going to be really good. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I love talking boxing. I love talking boxing. So this is going to be something that even when I used to do the Twitch streams, we would play Fight Night, but 90% of it was just me talking boxing for hours. Like for 2-3 hours is talking boxing with you guys. Anyways, we got a Ryan Garcia prediction. I really think Ryan getting the dub. AP whatever said, I really think Ryan getting the dub. Okay, that's interesting. We got a Ryan prediction up in here. Can a good jab beat Tank? Of course, a good jab could beat anybody. The jab is literally the best offensive tool to use. Heck, it's better than an offensive tool. It's an offensive tool, a defensive tool. It's a tool that helps you control range. If somebody has a good jab, they can beat darn near anybody with a good jab. What's good, Biz from Cali? What's good, man? What's good? All right, Ryan jab underrated. Okay, yeah, that's a good take. So I'm gonna do my first prediction. Now, don't think I'm wild on this prediction, all right, guys? Don't think I'm wild on this prediction. But my first prediction, by the way, y'all didn't tell me if the music was too high, because I don't hear the music on my end. So y'all gotta tell me if the music is too high. Oh yeah, here we go. Hit that like button. See, look, I haven't done this in so long. You see, I'm not even building my own channel up. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Carl Malo, thank you so much. Letting me know. Good on music. AP, whatever. Good on music. All right. First prediction that I'm going to give you guys. And this one's going to be a weird one. It's not weird. It's not weird. I think it's legitimate. The prediction that I gave when I made the video on Ryan versus Tank, and I was breaking down all of their attributes and stuff. I'm predicting that this fight will break 1 million pay-per-view buys. Let me know if I'm crazy. I know there's ways that people do different things to stream it, but this fight will do above 1 million pay-per-view buys. What do you guys think? 1 million. If it hits 1 million, if you could round off to 1 million, I think that's good too, because over time 1 million will bleed in anyways. Like if they report it 6 days later and they're like, it did 995,000 pay-per-view buys, that extra 5,000 gonna bleed in over time as the numbers come in. So I'm going to say 1 million pay-per-view buys. We're going to crack the 1 million mark for boxing. And I think it's going to be Tank versus Garcia. I think they'll be able to do it. We have not cracked 1 million in a good minute. I think the last time we cracked 1 million, correct me if I'm wrong, was Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 1. I think that's the last time we cracked 1 million. I know Anthony Joshua cracked 1 million in the UK, but in terms of US pay-per-views, unless I'm wrong, I think that's the one. That's the one that cracked 1 million. But let me know. It's Mega. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Canelo Golovkin before that. Canelo Golovkin. Yeah. Canelo Golovkin before. But I'm talking about the last one to do it. The last one to do it, I think, unless I'm wrong. I got to go back and look at the numbers. I could be wrong. I'm not like a super, looking at those pay-per-view buy numbers like a lot of people. But I think just from my memory of checking those things, that's the last one that cracked 1 million. But I think this fight will do it. Now, I gotta give my prediction. I gotta give my prediction. I'm a little hesitant to do it though, because just keep in mind, guys, there's gonna be. I'm gonna set some ground rules, because a lot of times people don't know how I come when it comes to boxing. I'm not part of any community at all. I'm not part of a specific boxing group or a specific. I'm literally solo dolo. Like, I have takes that make no sense to somebody if they're thinking of it in respects to a community, like being part of a community. So trust me, my takes are literally my takes based off my analysis, my view of the fight, my breakdown of each of the fighters, and I do deep dive breakdowns of each of the fighters before I could even come up with a prediction. I don't just say a prediction emotionally. However, I'm also honest. I have biases as well, and I'm always going to bring my biases forward when I talk about certain things. And if I say something that I know that there's a bias in there, I'll say it and try to remove it when I'm breaking down what I'm looking at. But yes, I have biases. I'm not going to hide the fact that Shakur Stevenson is my favorite fighter in boxing, period. It's not even close. There's not even a close second to Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion. So if Shakur is going to do something, there's going to be a bias there. But I will always put that forward, let you guys know, and then remove that bias to try to make the most accurate analysis that I can. But I'm just letting you know that ahead of time that there's going to be biases. But I'm always going to let you know. So here we go. This, however, looking forward to this weekend, bro. Davis versus Garcia going to be a hell of a fight. Yes, it is. Fury versus Wilder. One did 1.2 million. Yeah, there we go. So that's good. That's a good memory right there for me to remember the last one to break 1 million. That's a good memory. That's crazy that one did it. And in my opinion, it's based on hype, obviously, but in my opinion, the third fight was the best fight, hands down. That was one of the best heavyweight fights in so many years. Shakur Stevenson would beat everybody in front of him. I actually believe that. I do believe that Shakur Stevenson has the ability to retire undefeated. I believe that Shakur Stevenson actually, not only that, I think he's going to be in the top 5 pound for pound very, very soon. I think that Bob Arum is moving him in a way where he has a lot of confidence in Shakur Stevenson. So I would not be surprised if Shakur Stevenson gets the winner between Devin Haney and Lomachenko. And when that fight gets closer, I'll go ahead and do my prediction for that one. But that's going to be another good one as well. He would definitely beat Haney too. Yeah, definitely top 5. Yeah, in my opinion, he's already number 1, but he's number 1 based off of his skill ceiling, based off of his potential. In terms of what has he shown us, we got to be fair in that respect, and he hasn't shown enough in terms of opposition just yet. Although he's, for his age and for the amount of fights that he has beaten a lot of great fighters. He's beaten a lot of really good fighters like Jamel Herring and what's this guy? Oscar Valdez. So he's beating a lot of great fighters. Oscar Valdez was undefeated and the WBC champion, and he was the lineal champion at that. So it wasn't even paper champion, lineal champion, and he beat him. So he beat the guy. He beat the man who beat the man. He beat the man who beat someone to get the title, making him a linear champion. All right. Okay, y'all ready for my prediction? I don't think y'all ready for my prediction. I don't think y'all ready. Hold on. We good, right? Everything good on here? We're not connection good, right? Okay, cool. All right, here we go. My prediction is, and by the way, I'm going to show you guys stuff too. I'm not just going to say it after and just be like, that's it. That's what I predict. And then because I said so. No, I'm going to show you guys some stuff. My prediction is that Gervonta Tank Davis will lose to Ryan Garcia come April 22nd. All right, I'm gonna leave that right there right now. But we're gonna look at some stuff. But that is my prediction. Now, keep in mind, this is a bold prediction. And the reason I call it a bold prediction is because the betting odds, are in Tank Davis's favor. So whoever is predicting against the betting odds, that means that you are putting up a bold prediction by definition. So this is a bold prediction. Now, I will also say, to toot my own horn a little bit, my prediction clip in terms of my accuracy is really, really, really good. All you need to do is look at my old videos of all the predictions I've done, and you can see that I'm pretty close. Actually, rarely do I get a fight wrong. Rarely. For example, I predicted Andre Ward was going to beat Kovalev when Kovalev was a monster. I also predicted that this was one that I got wrong, but if you watch the fight, you could see where that prediction came from. I predicted that Gennady Golovkin would beat Canelo Alvarez during their first encounter. So, hey man, I'm pretty good with my predictions. I'm not gonna front. I'm pretty good with them. So I know a lot of people out here might feel like, nah, you crazy. But trust me, it does not come from wanting to be part of a community, wanting to be part of a group. I mean, Floyd Mayweather is one of my favorite fighters of all time. If it's based off of community and grouping and all that stuff that you see that runs rampant on Twitter and YouTube, if you like Floyd, you automatically like Tank, right? Or if you like Floyd, you automatically don't like Canelo. I don't fall into any of that. I could like my thing is literally just comes from me. It doesn't come from anybody else. I've been watching boxing since I was a child. I don't actually use anyone else's sentiment of boxing to build my own analysis of boxing. All right, so don't think that I hate Tank, because I don't. I think Tank is amazing. I think he's incredibly skillful. I actually think he's more skillful than Ryan Garcia. But sometimes that's not the thing that wins you the fight. I got Canelo there and bias there too, but I think he's just levels above a lot of fighters. Canelo's awesome. And actually, now that you said that, it reminded me of something. I gotta actually pull it up on the back end here. Let me see here. Hold on one second. All right. I'm going to pull something up. And the reason I want to pull this up is because, see how I get this here. Because I know the counter arguments. When people say, what? You crazy. Tank's going to sleep that guy, man. Tank's going to sleep him. Well, all right. Let me see something. Let me just get this set up here. All right. Okay, here we go. So now my explanation, right? That's important, right? That's important. Hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat real quick. I picked Zhang by KO. That's a bold prediction. Because it went against the betting odds. Plus, he's the juggernaut. So for you to think that he was going to lose by KO, that's crazy. So that's a good prediction, and that came to fruition. I picked Ryan by KO. Trust me. Oh damn! So you picking Ryan by KO? Nice. Yeah, I actually thought the betting odds were kind of crazy when it came to when it came to Joe Joyce versus Zhang, because Zhang is a beast, right? And Joe Joyce had never fought anybody to that level. And there's only so much being able to just take punches to the face can get you, especially in the heavyweight division. That's where the punches are the heaviest. So I knew that there was yes, he uses his face as his defense, and because he has non-stop punching, so he has like an enormous amount of volume, he could just keep going and going and going and going. Because he could just keep going and going and going. Eventually, if you're giving him everything you got and he's not doing anything, you're going to just get demoralized, mentally drained, physically drained, and then he's going to keep just piling on the attack, and then eventually it's just going to be too much and you're going to lose. But that type of fighting, that does not have a light at the end of the tunnel. Something's got to give at one point. When I saw Joyce come in lighter than ever before, knew it was a good bet. Yeah. That was one of those things where you could rob the bank, so to speak, because the betting odds were based off of hype and not based off of what was actually going on. This one on the flip side, this is based off of Tank's abilities. This is based off of Tank's abilities. Now let's look at the arguments that people have for why Ryan is going to lose. First of all, one of the most ridiculous arguments that I've seen about Ryan going to lose to Tank is that Ryan closes. We back? Yes, we are, Noodle Flex. Yes, we are, Noodle Flex. We are back. We are back. But this time, we strictly talking boxing on these live streams. Strictly talking boxing. So that Ryan closes his eyes. Like, do you guys understand that, like, when you guys are taking a picture of him closing his eyes, or you guys are slowing it down, the dude is blinking like this. Like, the way you blink, like how you blink is what he's doing when he's punching. Is not that crazy. And it's not even a full blink, it's a squint. It looks like a blink, but it's actually a squint, so you can still see. It's just a little twitch that he has that helps him with his twitch fibers and his muscles to throw his snappy, super quick punches. But he's not gonna, like, it's not enough time that he's gonna just not see things. He's not having his eyes closed for a long time. Like, when you blink, it's like you didn't blink. That's how quick a blink is. It's like a blink is so fast, it's like you didn't blink. So forget that whole he closes his eyes too much, right? So we're gonna throw that out right now. It's not about him closing his eyes. That's not gonna have any effect on this fight, as it never had any effect on any other fight. The fight that I want to point at, real quick, and we're gonna move on to this screen here so I could show. It was from my How Good Is Ryan Garcia breakdown after he fought Luke Campbell. I want to look at that fight real quick, right? Let's just move over to this screen here. I want to look at this real quick. Now, we're not going to look at the whole fight. We're literally just going to look at the moment that he got dropped. Now, Luke Campbell is an Olympic gold medalist. He set this punch up from the beginning of the fight by going at Ryan's body and noticing that Ryan was dropping his right hand to protect the body every time he dropped his hand to hit him at the body. Every time he changed levels to hit him at the body. So what he did was he changed levels and then he came upstairs. Now, we've seen this a million times. People use this clip to say that Ryan Garcia is going to lose. And they say, oh, he's just defensively not sound or whatever. First of all, he hit him. Actually, let me make sure. That's me talking, but we ain't trying to hear in the past Fanatico, when in the present Fanatico trying to say something. All right, so you'll see that he drops down, changes levels, but he comes upstairs, and then Ryan Garcia drops his hand right here to block that left hook, and boom, gets caught flush. Actually gets dropped. Ugly fall too, right? Hands behind his back and all that stuff. And that's the moment that people point to say Ryan Garcia is going to lose to Tank Davis. Because Tank Davis, if Tank catches him with this, he going to sleep, right? If Tank catches him with this, is a wrap. Because when it comes to boxing, and especially when it comes to a lot of people that do the armchair kind of Monday night quarterbacking kind of stuff, they look at everything off of like a basic black and white level. Like, it's just basic. Like, if A happened, then B will happen. And that's not how boxing works. But before I even get to explaining that part, the thing to me that shows me that Ryan has grit and is more than likely gonna bring that intensity to Tank is not what happened during the knockdown, is what happened after the knockdown. Rarely, and this is very rare, do you see somebody get knocked down and then immediately the person who falls takes the center of the ring. That is incredibly rare. What that tells you is a lack of fear, a lack of drive, a lack of fear, drive, and motivation to win. Grit, right? Now, a lot of people say, oh, he's a pretty boy, so he doesn't have grit. When he got knocked down, that's an ugly fall. Look at what he does. He gets up. He takes the center of the ring. Look who's moving more aggressively than the other fighter. It's not Luke Campbell. It's Ryan Garcia. It's not Luke Campbell. It's Ryan Garcia. He moves immediately to the center. Look at this push. Look at this push up. When somebody falls like that, what ends up normally happening is they start to retreat. They want to recover a little bit. They want to get the cobwebs off. They just got hit. This is a weird moment for them. They feel like this little out-of-body experience. So what they want to do is they want to kind of regain something. So they kind of get like they shy away just for a little bit to recoup. That's not what Ryan Garcia did. Ryan Garcia went to the center of the ring. And captured the center of the ring against Luke Campbell, who literally just dropped him. That shows grit, right? So even if you want to say, oh, he's soft, that shows that he's not soft. You could say he's soft, but the actions of what he's done, of what he did, shows that he's not soft when he's in the ring and he's actually trying to win. He wants to win at all costs. He has that mentality. And when you have that mentality, you find a way to win. And yes, he got caught with that attack, and Luke Campbell kept trying to do it. But guess what? That punch happened in the second round. Luke Campbell did not have that punch the rest of the fight. Ryan Garcia immediately adjusted, and his adjustment, he just kept his hand up, or if he was going to move his hand down, he stepped back. So he made sure that at least he took something away. Either he used distance to remove the left hook, or he brought his hands down. One or the other. He used distance or he brought his hands down. Oh, is Jay Shep in here? Hold up. Hold up, my bad, man. My bad. I gotta say happy birthday. I gotta say happy birthday to Jay Shep. Let's switch over here real quick. Jay Shep in here. W Live was good, bro. Happy birthday, Jay Shep. Happy birthday. This man's getting old now. This man is getting old. Damn, we got a lot of people in here. Hold on. Sorry, I was breaking this down. I was breaking this down. All right, we got Gamer D. The thing is, if Tank catches him, it usually KOs someone. All right, cool. Yeah, Gamer D. Hey, listen, I'm not. You can have your opinion of why you think Tank is gonna win, and it's completely valid. And actually, your opinion is an opinion that makes a lot of sense if you look at the general population, because Tank is the betting favorite. But let's go back. Let's go back over here real quick. Let's put this up. Let me switch over to the video, right? So throughout the rest of the fight, he didn't catch Ryan with that punch. Again, he tried it. He kept trying it. Look at this right here. He kept trying it. But it wasn't working. See, he either moved back just like that, or he kept his arm up and used this hand to defend, and basically either left this to protect his chin just in case the right hand was coming, or he just moved back completely. So he immediately adjusted. It's not like he was like this guy that just didn't know what to do and kept getting hit with it. After that, he decimated. He started destroying Luke Campbell, who won a gold medal. He started destroying Luke Campbell, who won a gold medal. Then he did his infamous body attack that he's not even known for. He's not known for doing a body attack. That's genius. That's being able to kind of create audibles on the fly, even if you're not someone that does it. He knew that he was either one, punching too much to the head and he became self-aware, or 2, he was conditioning Luke Campbell to constantly be protective of his head. And the ironic thing is that all that stuff where Luke Campbell was trying to trick him so that he could make him think he was going low and he went high, the entire time Ryan was doing that to Luke Campbell to make him think that he was going high all the time, because that's what he's known for. And he did that movie twist that actually works, where you're like, oh, I did not see that coming. He did that in the boxing ring against Luke Campbell, because then instead of hitting Luke Campbell with a attack upstairs, let's see if we could play this. I don't know why it's dark. Instead of hitting Luke Campbell with an attack upstairs, he went ahead and hit Luke Campbell. Let's see, he went ahead and hit Luke Campbell with the body shot. Look at Luke Campbell's hands. He's always anticipating the high attack. Look at his hands. Look at this. Always anticipating that high attack. The eyes were directly looking at Luke Campbell's eyes, making it seem even more deceptive that it was going high. Plus, he's Ryan Garcia. Of course he wants to throw a left hook. Ryan Garcia being able to see this shows that extra level, that extra ability to figure things out, put the chess pieces together to find a way to win. Now, I'm not saying that he's more skilled than Tank, because I don't believe he is. There's a lot of things that he still lacks. But the fact that he's just this brainless speed puncher, that's not the case. Another thing that Ryan Garcia does is that Ryan Garcia fights tall. A lot of people want to compare Mario Barrios with Ryan Garcia because they're very similar in height. Mario Barrios fights small. He crouches over. Those things open you up for a lot of hooks, for a lot of uppercuts. Ryan Garcia fights very, very tall. That virtually removes the uppercut. When somebody's fighting incredibly tall. You can't hit them with the uppercut, and you got to constantly punch up. That's uncomfortable. It's easier to throw hooks when somebody's ducking down. You just throw a hook that's within like a really comfortable level. But if you're constantly punching up, it makes it a little bit harder for you to generate power because gravity is not on your side. But gravity is on Ryan Garcia's side because Tank is way shorter than Ryan Garcia. It's going to be easier for him to do those quick punches. Now, one of the reasons why he does the left hook and why it's so effective, because he's knocked people out with his right hand too, with his straight right. He has a lot of knockouts with his straight right. But the reason the left hook is so effective is because he's super fast. And the left hook is already closer to his opponent. So why not? Boom, you could throw it in. And it don't mean that that's all he has. It just means that that's more than likely the more probable punch that's going to hit his opponent because it's already closer to his opponent, right? So let's just get that out of the way. Now, I want to talk about the fact that people were like, yo, Ryan Garcia, he got hit by Luke Campbell. If Tank hit him, he not waking up. Okay, I hear you. And that is a valid argument. That is a very, very, very valid argument. Before I get into breaking down why that doesn't really matter as much as you think, I want to see what you guys are saying real quick. All right, Jay Shep, thanks, fam. Of course, man, anytime. Happy birthday. I appreciate it, gang. Ryan baits people by putting his hands down because of his reflexes are elite. He also baits people by putting his guard up. He baits people by putting his guard up. Remember that knockdown that he did? I forgot the fighter that he was fighting, his name. But he put his guard up, and the dude was like, oh, here we go, opened up. And then immediately, because of his speed, he just, boom, caught him with that left hook and finished him. So he's pretty intelligent. Mr. Fanatico, good to see you, my man. MC, good to see you too. Aldrin, the Mag, I hear you, but Tank, thank you for the follow, by the way, Joe Hills. I hear you, but Tank in 7. Okay. Ryan has phantom hands. It be feeling like that sometimes, but don't get me wrong. Tank is fast too. But here we go. Let's break down something real quick. Let me switch over to here real quick as I just quickly set it up on the back end. Because I'm going to show y'all something. So y'all can see it. A doesn't always mean, just because you see A, it doesn't always mean that B has to happen. Just because you see A, it doesn't always mean that B has to happen. Canelo Alvarez is a perfect example. Canelo Alvarez has fought the likes of massive power punchers. I'm talking about Kovalev, Gennady Golovkin, and heck, Miguel Cotto. He's fought massive power-handed fighters, heavy-handed fighters. But guess what? Miguel Cotto's brother rocked him. Not Miguel Cotto, not Gennady Golovkin, not the big Kovalev that was knocking everybody out. Heck, Kovalev unfortunately killed somebody in the ring from how much power he has. A knockout that unfortunately led to the person's death. Canelo didn't get rocked by any of those guys. You know who rocked Canelo? Miguel Cotto's brother. This guy. Right there. This is the guy who rocked Canelo. Look at this. Have you ever seen Canelo with looking like Linguini like this? Look at his legs. Look at Canelo. Look at Canelo. And he's younger. That means he could take the punch better. When you're younger, you could take it much better. This guy rocked Canelo Alvarez. Not the main guy. Not Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto's brother. So A does not always equal B. And why do I say this and why am I bringing this up? If it's not clear, just because somebody who's not considered a power puncher, who's not that strong, who's not that whatever, anybody can get rocked by a punch that they didn't see coming. Anybody can get dropped by a punch that they didn't see coming. Anybody. That can happen to anybody. And it happened to Canelo this one time. But he fought heavier handed fighters than this. Never happened again. Ryan Garcia, same thing. Same thing could be the case for him. It was a punch he did not expect. He didn't see. He wasn't like ready for it. Got hit and knows that, has that in the back of his head forever, and maybe never gets caught with something like that ever again. Right? Never gets caught. Maybe gets caught, but never gets caught to the point where he's so unaware that it flashes him and creates a flash knockdown. These are important things to know. People see that and say, "Oh, well, Luke Campbell, he's not a heavy puncher. He's not." Nor was I forget this guy's name. I think his name was here we go, Jose Miguel Cotto. Nor was Jose Miguel Cotto. He definitely wasn't much more of an aggressive puncher than his brother, and he definitely wasn't a better or more powerful puncher than Kovalev nor Gennady Golovkin. But he still was able to rock a younger Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo has gotten caught flush by the likes of Cotto and Gennady Golovkin. So it's not that he got better. No, yeah, he got better. He got hit less by people, but he got caught flush by Gennady Golovkin. Heck, to me, Gennady Golovkin won the first fight against Canelo Alvarez. That's Cotto's brother, right? Yep, that's Cotto's brother. Jumpman, what's up, Fanatico? What's going on? Fanatico breakdowns are goated. Thank you, Coach Dub. Thank you. Ryan better keep that chin down. Yeah, he has an issue where he keeps his chin up, of course, but he also fights tall. And he's pretty smart though. He's pretty smart because he's quick. He has quick reflexes, not just in terms of his punches, but also understanding what punches are coming to him. That's why Luke Campbell wasn't able to hit him. There's a lot of flaws that people have. Tank, in my opinion, and we're gonna get into it, he has some major flaws that people like to overlook, but he has some major flaws that we're going to talk about. So I just wanted to point this out to remove that argument, or actually it doesn't remove it because nothing removes any argument. He could get hit again and he could get slept, yes. But I want to show the juxtaposition. I want to show the dichotomy of both of those things, that there's a possibility that won't mean anything later on, that a more powerful fighter can hit him with the same punch and he still won't drop, even though a lesser powerful fighter hit him with that, right? So let me move this on over to just my face real quick as I set it up over here, because I like to surprise you guys with things that I'm bringing up. All right. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you two things at the same time. Let's see what you guys are saying real quick. Hold on. Hold up. Example. Perfect example. Loma got dropped by Linares, but he faced some more powerful punchers and hasn't been dropped by any of them. Correct. He fought Teofimo Lopez, who was dropping people left and right. Right before he fought Loma, he was dropping people left and right. He had a weird fight with Nakatila. I think it was Nakatani. But before that, he was just dropping people. He ain't even rocked Lomachenko. But Lomachenko got dropped by Linares. So just saying A means B. It has to mean B. That's not the case. That's not the case all the time. Right? So now let's go on to hold up. Showbiz had a great breakdown in his live today. Tank sometimes drops his hand when he throws his wide looping punches. Correct. Tank got a lot of issues. I still think Tank is more skillful because Tank has a deeper tool set. And Tank has cat-like reflexes in a lot of certain moments. But he has a lot of flaws that can cause him to lose a fight. And let's bring this up real quick. Hold on. Now, that's a good segue because we're going to bring this up real quick here. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring this up here. Okay. That's a good segue. Now we're going to move on to this real quick, right? Now, I'm going to show you why Mario Barrios is no Ryan Garcia. Are they the same height? Yes. Does that make them the same people? No. Mario Barrios, number one, he was undefeated, sure, but he wasn't in like the level of where Ryan Garcia is with hand speed, with the way Ryan Garcia positions himself in terms of how he structures his body when inside of a boxing fight. The way that Barrios fights, he leans forward. See all this leaning stuff? He leans forward. Now it works to a certain degree to get you closer to change the where your head is, but it also creates a perfect lineup for Gervonta Tank Davis to clip him with hooks and even uppercuts. But when you fight tall, that's difficult. Hooks are even difficult. Uppercuts are virtually impossible. Hooks are incredibly difficult because you still got to hook up. Gravity is not on Gervonta Tank Davis' team. Gravity is going to be on Ryan Garcia's team. Okay, but that's not even what I want to show you. What I want to show you is this. First of all, he missed, right? And then we're gonna go into something else. First of all, what is that? You see what I'm saying? Like that, stuff like that could get you knocked out cold. He's not so far away that in this moment he can't step in. If he pre-thought to step in with a really quick, 2 quick steps to close that distance and hit him with a power right, he could have hit him. It was very possible. I'm sure that he's using the peripheral vision to pay attention, but you're not seeing what he's doing exactly. You might lean into the wrong direction and lean into like a left hook or something. So this is a dangerous thing that Gervonta Tank Davis is doing, but sometimes Gervonta Tank Davis loses concentration, just like this. And it only takes that one moment to lose concentration for you to lose. I've never seen Ryan Garcia lose concentration. Never. He's gotten hit. He misread certain things, but I've never seen him lose concentration. But that's not even a thing. This is what I'm talking about right here. Boom, jab, clean. See how he nods and everything? My point for showing that is that Gervonta Tank Davis gets hit a lot. As a matter of fact, Ryan Garcia is winning all his fights before he gets his knockout. Gervonta Tank Davis, in the last 5 fights, he's losing before he gets his knockouts. He's losing, or he's very close to losing, or he's teetering on losing, but leaning towards losing as opposed to leaning towards winning. Against Mario Barrios, he was actually down on the cards when he knocked him out. Against Rolly Romero, he was just getting smacked around by Rolly Romero. Against Isaac Cruz, what ended up happening against Isaac Cruz, guys? What ended up happening against Isaac Cruz? He actually went the distance because he couldn't knock him out, And what happened? He went the distance because he couldn't knock him out. And what happened? He says no to a rematch with Isaac Cruz because a lot of pundits thought Isaac Cruz won that fight. So virtually, essentially, same story. Losing, but this time couldn't figure out how to get the knockout. Losing, but this time couldn't figure out how to get the knockout. And luckily, when you the A side, when you a star, the close fights are gonna lean your way because it's more financially viable for you to win than it is for Pitbull Cruz to win. So that's why I don't believe in like, you know, judges getting paid and all that stuff. I never, when people said that happened with Floyd Mayweather, I never believed that. All I thought was that if anything is close, especially post when he turned into Floyd Money Mayweather after he beat Oscar De La Hoya, if anything is close, it's gonna go to the person that's gonna bring more money to the sport. Because the judges are gonna get paid, like all these people are gonna get paid. So they would much rather, it makes more sense that not to rob somebody, but if you see a close round, you're gonna lean to the person that is more viable for the sport, right? So this, if they were on an even playing field, no one knew Tank and no one knew Pitbull, it could have gone to Pitbull. It could have. That's not beyond the realm of something that's you know, impossible. His fight with Garcia, the one he just had, he could have been losing that fight. He could have been down on that in that fight. I don't remember what the scorecards were, but when I was watching it, it didn't look like he was winning. It just looked like anybody could be winning right now. If anything, it could have leaned a little bit towards Garcia. But he got the knockout in that one. It looks like he buys his time to figure out the knockout as opposed to trying to figure out how to win the fight. And if the knockout comes, he'll take it. He looks like he goes for the knockout. He goes looking for the knockout. And in the process, he's getting hit the entire time. So all I'm saying is Tank gets hit. My bad, let me switch over. Tank gets hit. Tank loses concentration. Tank is way shorter than Ryan Garcia. Tank has never fought anybody who's as tall as Ryan Garcia that stands as tall as him. Not that's just as tall as him, but that stands as tall as him. That's as fast as Ryan Garcia. That's as confident and determined to win as Ryan Garcia. In my opinion, when you factor all of those things together, if he's just looking for this one knockout because Luke Campbell rocked Ryan Garcia, in my opinion, Ryan Garcia is going to win that fight. And I think that Tank is going to go in with that strategy because that's Tank's strategy every single time. He's fluid. He's flexible. He can adapt to what's going on and figure out how to get that knockout, which kudos to him. But sometimes, like with Isaac Cruz, it doesn't happen. And when it doesn't happen and you're going against somebody as determined and with the amount of, you know, like will to win as Ryan Garcia, as he showed you when he gets knocked down, he moves to the center of the ring. He doesn't retreat. You know how scary it is for somebody to get knocked down and feel like they could get knocked down again and the whole fight could be over and your whole career could be over? He pushed forward and took the center of the ring. So basically, what I'm saying is, let me see if I got anything else over here that I've been saving up. Nah, I think that's it. All right, so basically, what I'm saying is that Ryan Garcia is my prediction to win, and I've shown you my breakdown for why I think Ryan Garcia is going to win. It's not an emotional choice. It's not a go against the grain choice because the betting odds are saying that Tank is going to win. It's based off of my analysis and breakdown of how both of them fight, the grit and everything from both. That's what I'm taking this from. Now, I do think that when Ryan Garcia wins, or if he wins, that Ryan Garcia will finally start to elevate to a position where people take him more seriously. Because I think that the freak accident of him becoming famous before he proved it in the ring makes people believe that, on top of the fact that he's like this pretty boy, makes people believe that he's not that good. I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard, they thought he was soft. He won the gold medal. They thought he was soft. And then what he ended up doing? He ended up beating every four king. Everybody from the four kings other than himself, obviously. But he ended up beating everybody from the four kings. He lost to one of them, got the rematch, beat him. He beat all the four kings, and they thought he was soft. And he beat three of the most devastating fighters in the history of the sport. Same thing with Oscar De La Hoya. In Oscar De La Hoya's prime, he was beating people. He was beating Julio Cesar Chavez, even though he was kind of past his prime. But he was beating Pernell Whitaker, who was also past his prime. But that's besides the point. He was winning a lot of fights, right? Even with his fight with Tito Trinidad, a lot of people argue that Oscar De La Hoya won that fight. He gave Mayweather a little bit of trouble. Not a lot, but he gave him a little bit of trouble, more than most. But because of his looks, he probably can't fight that well. He's probably not a good fighter. And I think that's what's happening with Ryan. And it's like a little freak accident that he became famous because of his hand speed on social media. And it's like he became famous before he was supposed to become famous based off of his in-ring prowess, right? Based off of the stuff that he did in ring. But do you guys know that this dude was like nationally ranked in the amateurs? That he was one of the good fighters during the time when he was in the amateurs? You know that he fought Devin Haney 6 times and beat him 3 times in the amateurs? That he has a pretty good national record in the amateurs? A pretty good like national competition wins in the amateurs? He didn't just come like out of nowhere and start boxing like he was a YouTuber that decided to box. He just had a freak accident happen to him in terms of being popular before he was supposed to be. So that's my take now. I want to see what you guys have to say. Oh, King Juice is in here. Didn't he injure his hand against Cruz? Yeah, he injured his hand, or that's what he said. But every time somebody loses, they get injured. Every time somebody loses. But I feel like, and Coach, you know this, a lot of people fight with injuries. A lot of people win with injuries. But they only really talk about them injuries when they losing, or when they lose, or when there's a close fight. Like when Mayweather fought Castillo, that's when his rotator cuff, that's when the rotator cuff was talked about. When Manny lost to Mayweather, that's when his shoulder was broken. When Lomachenko lost to Teofimo Lopez, that's when his arm fell out of his socket or whatever. When Tank, but before that, for some reason, they was never injured. So you know more than a lot of people that boxers are always fighting with injuries, little tweaks and things here that hurt them, and hands getting cracked and broken and stuff like that. Mayweather was breaking his hand left and right all the time. Mayweather broke his hand left and right all the time. He broke his hand in the second round against Carlos Hernandez, got the only knockdown in his entire career after punching him, and still went on to put out a masterclass against him. So I get that point, but I don't think it's a valid point. I don't think it's super valid, because even when the fights where he didn't break his hand, like with Mario Barrios, he was losing the fight until he knocked him out. Rolly Romero losing the fight until he knocked him out. Garcia in January, you could say he was losing the fight until he knocked him out. King Juice is in here, by the way. Yo, that's fire, man. That's fire. This is bringing back memories. Guys, I'm going to start doing this on the daily. You guys I'm about to hit, 50 people? Obviously, it's a build back up kind of thing. But I'm going to do Monday through Friday. We're going to talk boxing Monday through Friday. We're going to talk about the landscape of boxing, what's going on with boxing, predictions, things like that, what's being talked about. And we're going to do it at 7 o'clock-ish every day. Let me know if you guys want me to do that. We could be in here. We could chill. We could talk. King Juice, kudos. Thank you for being in here, brother. I agree. Ryan winning this fight helped boxing because people can't say he's an IG boxer anymore. That's true. It'll legitimize Ryan when Tank seems to already be legitimized by, you could tell just looking at the boxing betting odds. Tank's already legitimized in boxing because of the fact that he's Tank, right? And he's knocking people out and all this stuff. And Ryan got popular from Instagram. So I do believe that if Ryan wins, that might be better because Tank could have a bounce back. It could be like, whoa, I didn't expect this. Like Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas, but then still went on to have one of the most highest pay-per-view fights against Evander Holyfield in the history of boxing. So I feel like when you are expected to win and you're this expected to win guy, it's not going to be that much of a damage to you as it will for Ryan. Because for Ryan, it's like, if you lose, this basically almost solidifies that what we think about you. This will solidify to us that you're not really about that life. That's why I think this is a really good fight where you can't say anything if Ryan wins. Like, there's not much you can say. Now, if it goes to the scorecards, people could say, hey, he really lost, he didn't win, or whatever. People going to do what they do. But if he wins, and definitely if it's a clear win, if it's a knockout, forget about it. If he wins, this is something that will definitely 100% elevate Ryan. Kudos to Tank for making the fight with Ryan, and kudos for Ryan for making the fight with Tank, because this is very rare. This is very rare. So two people like that fighting each other at this point in their careers, very, very, very rare. Hasim, nice to see you back, Ed. Thank you, Hasim. I will be back. We're going to be doing this every day, Monday through Friday. We're going to do this every day, Monday through Friday. We're going to be at nighttime, though. We're going to be in the nighttime. We're going to start at 7. We're going to be doing it at 7 o'clock. And so, that way you guys can watch. If you watch people in the morning, like my boy Showbiz, you can watch him in the morning. And if you want to kick back and relax, watch something at night, you can watch me. It's up to you. It's up to you. Thank you so much, Daryl Alexander, with the $5 super chat. You're the first person I've heard talk about his victories over Haney. People are avoiding Tank talking about that. Fanboyism is still all-time high. Yeah, that's why I always say, guys, I always try to preface my predictions by saying I'm not part of any type of group in terms of like, we love this promotional company no matter what, or that promotional company. I'm actually completely out of whack. If you were to try to figure out if you was to try to put the red yarn and be like, wait a second, how you like Mayweather, and Mayweather one of your favorite fighters of all time, but you think Ryan Garcia gonna be Tank? This doesn't go in line with people that like the PBC. This doesn't go in line with, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm all over the place. Mayweather, probably one of my favorite fighters ever. And I think Shakur is my favorite fighter right now that's active. But he's with Top Rank, and so that's conflicting to a lot of people. I don't fall into any of that stuff. My predictions are going to come strictly based off of breaking down what these two guys are going to bring to the table. So this, and hold up. King Juice is here. And I don't know if King Juice remembers, but I've been saying that Ryan was going to beat Tank a long time ago. And I don't know if he remembers, but he used to be in the Twitch streams when I used to play the Fight Night Champion, and I would talk about, he remembers. Hold up. My fault. Hold on. You was a Shakur fan before anybody. Yes. Now everybody's a Shakur fan. But remember when I was talking about how Shakur is super elite, and when he starts fighting for the WBC title, when he fights Oscar Valdez, he's going to destroy him. If he fights Jamel, he's going to destroy him, and he's going to be untouchable. And look what we're seeing now. But yeah, King Juice remembers. I was saying, because there was talks during the time when Ryan Garcia was calling out and wearing the suit at Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. I was saying that Ryan Garcia was going to beat Tank Davis. I'm not switching it up now to try to go against the betting odds to look like I got a cool take. This was always my take. And it actually increased when I saw his fight with Luke Campbell. For a lot of people, it regressed. But for me, it increased. Like when I saw him get knocked down like that and get up, and with his record on the line, his career on the line, all of these sponsorships that he knows he has because of the wave he's riding, just move to the center of the ring with no fear, and then never allow Luke Campbell to do that again to him while increasing the intensity. I'm like, this guy has a hunger to win. It's that same thing that like, you could be the most skillful person in the world. If you don't have that like hunger, like what Sugar Ray Leonard had, what Floyd Mayweather had. It's like this hunger that you feel like you're gonna starve to death if you don't win. Those little things, those little moments show that person has that hunger. And Ryan Garcia has that hunger. He has that hunger. We got Skarma in here. Skarma, what's up? Yo, it's like a reunion. The only person we missing right now, and it breaks my heart because he probably don't even know that I'm streaming because I haven't streamed in a long time. I'm sure he's not getting notifications or anything. It's Tyrant Gamer, man. Y'all remember Tyrant Gamer? Yo, for the OGs in here, do y'all remember Tyrant Gamer? Because me and Tyrant Gamer used to go in. Oh, Gamer D, LMAO. If he wins, I'm never going against your pick again. Hey, man. Hey. I'm super on point with my picks. Like, my predictions be really, really good. Like, I have a high percentage of selecting the fighters that are gonna win. And you could go back and look at my channel back in 2016, 2017 when I used to do videos. Like, my picks be on point, man. And it's because I don't just go, you know what? I like this guy. I just want him to win. I never do that. Never, ever. Now, people are going to say, hey, look, you biased with Shakur. And the truth is, I am biased with Shakur. But when I pick somebody to be my favorite fighter, that's a big deal to me. My wife can tell you, that's a big deal. I don't do that. It takes me forever to... Like, I made Mayweather my favorite fighter right before he fought Zab Judah because it's a big deal. I got to really be like, nah, this person is really good. Like, this person is really good. Like, it's a big deal. Mayweather did his thing already. He was beating Diego Corrales. He beat Hernando Hernandez when he was mad, like young. He beat Angel Man Freddy when people thought he was supposed to lose to Angel Man Freddy, and he knocked him out. Like, he was doing his thing, and I was still like, yo, I want to make somebody. It takes a lot. The only reason I did it with Shakur so early was because his stats was just insane. He had impossible stats. And he was the first person to medal as high as he did since 2004 Athens when Andre Ward won the gold medal. He was the first one to win that high of a medal since Andre Ward in 2004 at the Rio Olympics when he won silver, in which, to me, he got robbed. He got robbed in that fight. He was supposed to win the gold, but he got robbed. And even you can even see what's going on with both of their pro careers. Ramirez, he already lost the fight. He already has trouble in some of his fights. He's doing good, but he ain't doing what Shakur is doing. So the person who beat Shakur, quote unquote, in the Olympics ain't even really doing much and doesn't want to fight Shakur. Has clearly said, I do not want to fight Shakur. Like, didn't you beat the man? You beat him. But that's another talk for another day. Man, I think Biz touched on it recently too, but the way Ryan acted after the knockdown definitely shows his heart. Exactly. Yo, King Juice, man, most people, what they do when they get knocked down like that, they retreat. Because retreating makes the most sense. Like, let me recover a little bit. He didn't do that. He's like, let me take the center of the ring. It's like, damn, okay. I see you. Can't see you being wrong anytime soon picking Shakur off of bias. Yo, that's so true, bro. That's so true. They 2 weight classes apart, and Ramirez just grabbed the title. Shakur had too big at this point. Yeah, definitely. But I'm saying even before, when he just got into it, and Shakur was 127 at the time. And he had just came in, or he was thinking about becoming pro, and they wanted like the story of Shakur. Like Shakur was saying, "Hey, I want to get this Olympic win back or whatever," and he was like, "Nah, heck no, I'm not trying to get that work right now. I'm not trying to get that work." Do you think Ryan has a chance to beat Shakur? No. I'll tell you right now, there is nobody in boxing that has a chance, in my opinion, to beat Shakur. And when I was talking like this before, people thought I was crazy. When people would be like, what do you mean? Lomachenko. And I was like, no. People were like, this was before Lomachenko lost to Teofimo. They were like, you're out of your mind. Like, you don't know what the heck you're talking about. I'm like, no, it's going to be a wash. It's going to be easy work for Shakur. And what I love is that people like King Juice, people like Coach's Corner, Skarma, Tyrant Gamer, they was here when I was saying these things, when people thought I was in Looney Tunes land when I was saying these things. So I love that. Like, the receipts is just literally them coming back to my stream. Thank you so much, by the way, guys. It's really humbling to see that. I mean, I haven't streamed in almost a year. And to see you guys in here and see you guys so active is really touching. So thank you so much, guys. Let me see here. See. The only fight I see giving Stevenson a good fight is Joe Cordina. He's special and fighting on the weekend. I wouldn't say he's even ready for Shakur Stevenson. In my opinion, I think the closest people that you could put to giving Shakur some problems is people like Devin Haney, people like Lomachenko. Those people can give Shakur a little bit of maybe some issues, a little bit of issues, but they're the closest to being possible to give him some problems. Like, this is how where I am when I talk about Shakur Stevenson. They're the closest to possibly maybe giving him a little bit of problems where he has to adjust maybe once or twice, because his distance control is so masterful, and like, that's just so hard to overcome. But those are the only guys really that I see giving him that trouble. And even with Devin Haney, and of course, sparring is not indicative of things, but when you spar in the doghouse with Mayweather, the Mayweather boxing gym, sometimes it is competitive. Sometimes they do it to prove something. And I ain't never seen Shakur lose to Devin Haney. All I've seen was clips of Shakur Stevenson like completely outboxing Devin Haney. But they were younger. It was before Shakur Stevenson. It was when he was in the Olympic trials. It's a different thing. I get that. But still. Cool thing is that after Shakur won that silver, then we ended up getting 2 silver medals and a bronze the next Olympics with Keyshawn Davis and Richard Torres both winning silver. Glad to see you back. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Gamer D. Glad to see you back, man. I would love to see this more often. Let me know, guys, if you want me to do it. I'm planning on doing this every Monday through Friday. I'll be in the nighttime. I'm planning on doing this. If you guys want it, I'll do it. And hopefully, I mean, I'm sure the views will start steadily coming back. Once I keep putting out content, more people start coming in. So, saw Shakur at the Olympic trials and just saw the last fight, and he got huge. I don't know what division he stops at. I know, man. I know. He's growing, man. He's growing. It'd be cool, though. I want to see him go high as possible. Get to 147. Get to the welterweight division. At least every big time fight, you should do a show. Yeah. For sure. Now, I'm one of those people. I don't know if I could do a live stream while watching the fight and talking about the fight. I don't know if I could do that, because I love sitting back, hanging out, because my wife loves watching boxing with me, and then I got my friends that come over. I like having that little boxing night where we sit down, we order food, we just chill and watch boxing. So I don't know if I could do all that. That might take a lot for me to do for all the big fights, because that's what I want to do when I want to hang out with them during those big fights. But we'll see. I'm definitely going to be the night before the fight, and then also I'm going to talk about it on Monday and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. By the way, guys, please don't ask me no questions about Undisputed, because I can't answer them contractually. I can only talk about Undisputed on the Undisputed channel. So this is going to be strictly about boxing. You can ask me any question about any other boxing video game if you like. Fight Night Champion, Love See Shorty's game, Bloody Knuckles, Street Boxing. You can ask me, or any new game that comes out. Fight Night Champion 2. And they say, hey, look, we're coming out. I could talk about that all I want. I could talk about it with no restrictions, but I can't talk about Undisputed at all. Only on the channel can I talk about Undisputed. My money got Tank, but my heart got Ryan. I got a lot of money from people that had a lot of was betting with their hearts. But I feel like here, if you bet with your heart, Ryan, actually betting for Ryan is financially less of a risk and more of a reward because he has a chance of winning. This is technically really a 50-50 fight. And I think he's going to win. So if I was you, just because of the betting odds, I would bet for Ryan Garcia. And my friends will tell you, man, I've made them a lot of money with my predictions in the past. I've made them a lot of money. Anyways, guys, that's it. I'm actually only supposed to have done 1 hour. I was only going to do 1 hour, but I guess we got into a lot of the different conversations with how this is going to play out. But thank you so much, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to talk more tomorrow. We're going to look at stuff. My prediction is out there now. I'm predicting Ryan Garcia is going to win. I'm predicting that he's going to win by decision is probably more likely, but I'm going to predict that he's going to win by knockout by round 10. That's my prediction. I think that Tank gets hit too much, and getting hit by Ryan so many times, especially because he's lightning fast, is going to be a little bit too much for Tank at the end, when it's all said and done. All right, guys, until tomorrow. That feels so good to say. And Tyrant Game, I don't know where you at, man. Please come back. Come back, man. You never know. I might throw, old boxing games to play and stuff. Like, if you here, man, come on, man. I haven't talked to Tyrant Gamer since I've been live in the past, and it sucks. But anyways, peace out, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 when we go live for episode 2 of the Fanatico Live podcast. Boxing podcast, talking boxing, all things boxing. Until tomorrow, guys. Peace out.